So like I said, the first thing you're looking for is the ribs. You're going to look for right above the belt, and you're just going to step behind, okay? Right from here, I'm just going to step behind, make sure I pre-pivot the foot. Should I side kick like this or this? Okay, and you're going to gently put your heel on the ribs, and then you're going to step away. Okay, do that about 5 times back and forth. All right. See how many of you guys aren't used to the stepping, huh? Just 5 times back and forth, and then switch and do your right lead 5 times back and forth. My partner comes in to side kick me, okay? I don't want to go like this, because then my head's wide open, right? So I'm just putting my elbow to my belt, just to block it. Not spiking them, because if you spike somebody, I almost had my metatarsals broke one time, this guy spiked me so hard. So you're just stepping back and forth. Just do 3. I think you guys will get the point. Just 3 back and forth, and then switch and do your right leg 3 back and forth. And then there's ways to, if they do that and you see it, you make them pay for doing that too.
Yeah, there's a counter.
We'll get to that. That's coming.
Counter to everything.
Absolutely. Most people don't cover good. And Taekwondo people are horrible at covering. Just watch Olympic or traditional Taekwondo on YouTube. Sparring like this, and they get knocked out with a hook kick, and you're like, why were your hands at your waist? If you sneak it up, like a lot of people will learn round kicks, so they'll bring it up and they'll try to round kick like that. I always try to get my leg as close as I could to his body, and then pop it at the last second. But that's one school of thought, especially if you're not doing a pre-kick. But if I'm doing a pre-kick and I want him to bite on the side kick, I come in and he blocks, I want the ability to take my leg right from here and round kick him. Okay? If you can teach your students to chamber their, and the old way, some people still teach this, is to load your kicks from here, where I can side kick, I can round kick, and I can hook right from that knee position right from there. So this is kind of along those lines, but again, it's building block, it's basic. But you want to teach them to throw a fake kick, chamber their knee at waist level, and then the round kick's right there, without a lot of pulling it back. A controlled round kick at their head with that mid-air half chamber. So I come in, he goes to block it, I'm just going to lift it up, boom, round kick, boom. If you're not flexible, okay, to hit the head, this is a good time. You can do it. You actually, they should learn both. But if you're not flexible, especially, I come in here, round kick, midsection, right there. Like this. I'll teach that slap. Okay. Boom. Kick with your toes. Boom. And that way you're not going to cause a lot of damage. Thanks. So that's what you're going to do next. So same concept. When I go in to kick, he's going to block, and then I lift it up and I hook and then step away. All right? Same thing. Don't drop the knee. You know, this isn't Taekwondo, and again, you have to understand the differences. If this was a real fight, I would not walk up and do this. If this is street level, I'm not going to do that. But when you're sparring friendly and it's like contact and we're trying to score points and stuff, then this is great. And that's another thing, is understand some of this stuff. Like if I'm defending myself, I could use the sparring stick, because I step in, I go wham, and out goes his knee. Okay, so you can adapt this to be more practical. But this is Taekwondo, low level, controlled, kind of point fighting stuff. Keep that in mind, it's important. But you can modify it to be devastating too. So we're going to step in, side, hook with the ball, the foot or the toes, then step back and your partner does it, okay? Take the side, okay? Either way. I can step in and I go up, boom, and I just go up for it. That's part of this. If I want to, I can turn and side. And I can do the same stuff. I can turn and side and hook, or I can turn and side and round kick, okay? That's in there too. We're not doing it, but if it's at that level, so that's fine. That stuff you can do. As he's coming in on me for that side kick, I'm going to circle out, okay? It gets complicated. There's a big circle, and you're right here. You can move straight back, which is linear, which will get you in trouble sometimes, but you have to do it sometimes. You can move this angle, this angle. You can cut an angle over here. So the only angle I'm teaching them is to circle out 45. You do have the straight over. You do. So as he's coming in on me, I circle out here. Put the foot down, stop. Now what at your level is what should you probably throw at me if I move off at this angle?
Spin side.
Oh, yeah, you're spin side.
Spin side. So I'm going here, and you spin side kick at me. Yep. So I'm learning how to use lateral movement to get away.
I thought you meant what you wanted to say.
Oh, sorry. No, I should. Sorry, that was my fault. I'm learning how to get away at an angle. He's learning how to throw a side kick more effectively. Because really, you do land them like this. Even pros. You ever seen John Jones throw one of those? But if I got somebody going over here, so he starts to move over here, that is a great, great technique. And at high green, what?
Spin hook.
Spin hook. High green spin hook. We'll get to that. When you do your footwork, it's pretty much a rule. Never ever to cross and never ever step foot to foot. We do it at basic levels, but why should you probably not do that when you get higher level?
Because you'll trip.
Well, you're in here too all the time. Of course, I'm glad you're listening though. I've seen it too. I've seen pro fighters trip over their own feet. So when you're going as a rule, your feet should never get probably closer than this. Okay? And remember, you guys should all be doing the footwork drill in your school. If I'm moving this way, front foot first. If I'm moving that way, back foot first. If I'm moving this way, this foot first. If I'm moving that way, that foot first. Super important. Super important at high level. So I'm going to move this foot first. He comes in to side kick me, and then he's going to throw the spin side. Yep. 5 times. What? If he's coming in on me and I want to move this way, doing this is no bueno. Okay, you're gonna get beat, and you're gonna, if it's a serious situation, you're really gonna get hurt. So again, you can do any angle you want, and there's ways to do an angle that way, a straight out. I teach the 45. All right, so I swing my back leg back to here, and then I circle banana out this way. Spider drill, Mr. Dornigan, you can spider drill all over the place. You can do anywhere you want, and you should do those drills. But this is just the basic one-step spider to a banana. All right? People walking in here would be like, spider banana? Thought this was martial arts. So I'm here. He's going to come in to side kick me, and I'm going to swing back. Swing back in that spider. Again, I'm teaching 45. You could, theoretically, especially at higher levels, he comes in, I just go to the side and I hit, right? You can add that in there. I wouldn't add that in at lower levels because with green belts, high green, you don't want them to take a lot of damage because then they won't want to spar anymore. So as he comes in, I want to be low. As he comes in for a side kick, I'm boom. Okay? Like I said, at higher levels, you can take this angle. You could do like Mr. Dorn always says, as he comes in for that side kick, and I go, bam. Okay? Or I could move that way.
The only way you practice that is when you get to be high rank, like Mr. Cherry, for example, and you're working with a low green belt that you can read them. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Then you start learning that stuff. Then you can deliver it much later, much higher.
And remember, and you can read them because this is a telegraph step. High green, we start getting rid of the telegraph step.
Yep.
But green, like I said, to teach them footwork for braking, side kick braking, and power braking, it's fine. Okay? But at high green, we start with what? Hopping inside, jump turning side, and we'll plug those in a minute. And we'll do it from open stance too. So this is what I want you to do, 5 back and forth. He comes in for the side kick, I'm going to swing back and circle out. Now, he's still going to attack me. So what I like teaching, and you can do this any way you want, you can do a turning round kick, what I like, because it's not officially a taekwondo kick. We borrow it from Muay Thai. So I come in to side kick him and he swings away, I'm going to do a push kick. Okay, ball of the foot, push kick to the midsection. I don't know how many black belts I face where they're like this and I'll just go boom and hit them. Because it's not, we don't use it a lot. Our front kick in Taekwondo, if I land it, it's usually going to be up under his chin and you hurt somebody that way. So to modify our front kicks, is it in Taekwondo?
It actually is in Taekwondo.
It is, but you don't see it used a lot.
No.
In Thai boxing.
It's a great wall kick for defense too.
Yep. Yeah. And again, if I want it more practical, boom, goes the knee. So, now that you've seen it, I'm going to swing back, and then I'm going to circle out, and you're going to push kick. Boom. Okay? Everybody got it? Okay. Horse stance, facing each other, close stance. Step in, we bump right above the belt, right into the ribs, back and forth. I let him have the shot so he gets used to contact, he gets used to targeting, distancing, the step, all that. 5 times, 10 times one side, 5 times, 10 times the other side. Phase 2, I step in, he blocks. Boom. Okay? Back and forth, 5, 10 times one side, 5, 10 times the other side. Phase 3, I step in. You can do this either way, but I teach round kick first. Side kick, he blocks, round kick. Okay? We do that back and forth. What did I say, that's phase 3 or 4? That's 4, isn't it?
No, 3. No, it's 3.
It's 3?
Yes, yes.
Side kick, block, round kick. Phase 4 will be hook kick. I step in, boom, boom. Okay? Phase 4.
I can't get it.
That's okay. We do that back and forth, both sides. Okay? That's phase 4. Phase 5 is I banana out when he comes in the side kick. Phase 6, I spider banana. And that's it. Just 6 different phases. And what's cool about this too is I can teach 3 phases one class. And what I usually do is I teach 4 phases, and then I'll get to the crescent, the banana, and the spider the next time, because those take a little bit longer to explain a lot of times. So I'll do all this first 4 phases, and then I'll finish up with the other 2 later on. If I have a small class, which happens sometimes there's 30, sometimes there's 10, then I can get to it, you know. But if not, and then I have to have the green belts in there. So